Spirit fam, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing things a little bit differently because today what I have for you is a November monthly energy read for all of the water signs. So if you have a water sign in your sun, your moon, or your rising, you're going to want to stick around and really tune in to the message that Spirit has for you this month. We are going to be doing a slight pick a card towards the end of the reading this month. So please look down in the description box if you want to see the general message and then choose the particular cards that we will be utilizing for the pick a card. If you are new to my channel, welcome to Eileen into Spirit. My name is Eileen Rouse. I am a psychic intuitive and a spiritual life coach, and I provide you guidance and wisdom and inspiration every other week right here on this channel. I do want to let you all know that there are some changes that are going to be coming to the channel, as I will no longer be doing individual zodiac reads here. I will, however, be offering individual zodiac reads on my Patreon, which will be coming out in early 2023. So if you are interested in that, please be sure to look down in the description box as it will become available in early 2023. So I do want to point out before we go any further into the monthly message, this is going to be a general reading, guys. So it's not going to resonate with every single water sign out in the collective. So I ask that you take with you what resonates and leave the rest. So without further ado, water signs, let's go ahead and dive right into your monthly message. All right, water signs, let's go ahead and start with your oracle cards for this month to see what information Spirit has for you this month. So let's see what information comes up for you. So what information and what insight? Okay, right off the bat here, we are starting off with the tribe. Okay, so what I really feel this message is really saying here, guys, is it's basically the tribe truly represents like-minded individuals. To me, it truly speaks about, you know, recognizing that you do have the resources that you need when it comes to individuals. And here's the thing. I keep hearing like two different things here. So this could be for anyone. Again, this is a general reading. So I want you guys to understand that with this card, Spirit is really saying that you are very abundant. This is an 8, right? So understand that the people that are around you for a reason, okay? Now, it is up to you to discern which individuals you are meant to grow with, that you are meant to learn from. Not every single person in your life is meant to stick around long term, okay? Because understand that we are mirrors for each other. We project to each other the things that we ultimately need to come into alignment with in our own lives. And so there might be some individuals, some people that you consider to be a part of your tribe here that really technically is not a part of your tribe. And this is where you need to sort of learn and discern which individuals are the best fit for you to help you grow. There is this phrase that I constantly use, and it's, if you are the smartest person in your circle, then you're in the wrong circle. You need to get a better circle because you don't want to be the smartest person in your circle. You want to be able to expand your knowledge and your growth, and you want to be able to learn from other individuals. So I feel that ultimately what Spirit is really saying here is that, you know, if you're someone who, number one, likes to be a loner, understand that you are meant to have certain individuals in your life to help you grow. So that means that you might have to step out of your comfort zone here. And if you're someone who has way too many people in your circle, you need to really utilize discernment to figure out which individuals you are meant to learn from, you are meant to grow with, and so forth and so on. So let's see what other additional information Spirit has for you here, water signs. Okay, next we have between worlds. Okay, this is a 3. So between worlds to me really signifies a transitioning period. So I feel that a lot of you are sort of transitioning out of an old life, maybe an old cycle, and you're moving into this new way of being. See how one side of this card is very gray. You don't really see a lot of color. There's no excitement. It's gotten very dull. So I feel that if those of you, now it's going to go back to this circle thing with this tribe. So understand here, water signs, that, you know, if things within your circle or your friends, even family, okay, they keep throwing in the word family, right? Even family, if things have grown stale, you're not growing, you're not learning, there's no excitement, there's nothing there, then you're needing to step out of that energy and move into this new energy. When you step into this new energy of vibrancy, of color, of life, then you open yourself up for things that are more in alignment with where you are going, okay? So let's see what else we have here. What other, okay, all right, never-ending story. This is a great card here, water signs. So here's what I keep hearing, okay? And before I dive right into this, we are going to do bottom deck energy, and we have regeneration. So I'm going to put that right over here. Okay. And we're going to kind of shift these down so everything's kind of centered. So here's what I'm hearing with never ending story, okay? Water signs, I feel like if you're the type of person that constantly repeats the same story over and over and over again, then Spirit is really wanting you to call attention to that, right? And I'm going to use the tribe as an example, because this was the first card that popped out. So what it's saying here is that if you're the type of person that keeps saying, you know what, I don't have people in my, I'm always, getting in touch with individuals that don't respect me or that don't appreciate me, or, they always steal from me, or these people always take from me. They never really truly show me appreciation. Really listen to the stories that you tell. Listen to the stories that you tell in your head, and listen to the stories that you tell to other people. And the reason you need to pay attention to that is because we become the stories that we tell. So again, the stories that you continuously feed in your mind and that you speak out verbally keeps you stuck in this dull life that doesn't have anything new in it, that makes you feel like you're not learning, makes you feel like you're not growing. But here's the thing, in order to regenerate yourself, in order to recreate yourself, in order to get rebirthed into a new life, because that's what regeneration is. Regeneration is that part of us that sheds away all of the old, and it's like, look at it at the cycles, right? In the fall, what happens to all of the leaves in the tree? They start to turn different colors, right? And then eventually in the winter, all of the leaves shed, right? But then what happens? In the spring, they regenerate. They come alive. We get new buds, new flowers, right? Everything starts to spring back to life. So I feel that ultimately what you really need to pay attention to, water signs, is that if you're wanting this rebirth, if you're wanting this new life, if you're wanting a soul tribe, if you're wanting greater excitement and joy and bliss in your life, you have got to pay attention to the stories that you tell. Because the stories ultimately is what drives, it's what's feeding the consistency of your life, okay? You have to be brave enough and courageous enough to step into a new world that ultimately might feel a little bit risky. It might seem very odd for you here, water signs. But what Spirit's saying is that, when you do that, when you create balance, when you create harmony in your mind and in your body, it ultimately will reciprocate itself in your soul, right? That's the whole part of rebirthing. We shed, and the whole part of, full moons, right? So I want to point out that as I'm recording this, we just had the full moon in Aries, which was October 9th. So I want to point out here that a full moon is really about releasing, the people and the individuals in your life that are no longer serving you, that no longer fulfill you, that no longer make you happy. If they are constantly dragging you to the dullness of life, or they're constantly, having you repeat the same stories over and over and over again, you're not learning, you're not growing. And this is what needs to change here. So let's go ahead and dive into the tarot, just to add on to the story here for you this month, water signs. So what additional information and insight can we offer the water signs here, Spirit? What additional information and insight can we offer the water signs? What additional information and insight can we offer the water signs? Okay, so I'm feeling this one. So we're going to have the Four of Wands. Let's see, what else do we have? Water signs. With the Fool card. Okay. This is about it's about going with the flow, right? Being risky, taking a risk, allowing yourself to let things go. Again, we have the death and the rebirth here. Okay. And then we have, the Nine of Cups. Okay. Love this so far. And one more, please, Spirit. One more for the water signs this month. Oh, okay. Well, they said two more. So we have the King of Pentacles with the Eight of Swords. Okay. All right, water signs. Here's what I'm really picking up here for you. What I'm really picking up here with the Four of Wands and the Fool is that what Spirit's saying is that it's time that you shake up your foundation a little bit. I feel that you are very solid and very stable in your way of life when it comes to the relationships in your life, but you're wanting more, right? You have this desire or this wish to have something that doesn't make you feel so restricted, something that you ultimately can learn from here with the King of Pentacles, where you can obtain this knowledge and have all of these resources. You're wanting this type of, when it comes to individuals in your life. And I really feel this has to do with people, okay? This really has to do with your tribe here, water signs. Ultimately, what this is saying is that you're wanting to have these types of individuals in your life that you can learn from, that you can grow old with, that you could truly build something with, something that is tangible, something that you can feel and is strong and solid, right? But understand that how you have built your foundation when it comes to your relationships is no longer working for you, right? So you're needing to change that up. You're needing to go with the flow. Allow yourself to take a risk, to sort of, take a leap of faith, change things up a little bit. Understand that when you have individuals in your life that are not contributing to the relationship and they're not fulfilling you in any way, you need to let them go. I really feel that ultimately this means that, you might have to let go of quite a few people here, water signs. You might have to let go of quite a few, but understand that letting them go isn't necessarily a bad thing. It gives you room to then open up to newer relationships that are more stable, that are more fulfilling, and that don't drain you of your energy or make you feel like you're not of equal importance or of equal value. Does that make sense? So this is ultimately what Spirit is really saying to you here. water signs. I absolutely love this because I feel like ultimately what you're needing to do is sort of ask yourself, what relationships make you feel stuck? What relationships mirror to you all of the things that you don't like about yourself or that you don't like about the relationship, right? Because those are the first relationships that you ultimately need to shake up, that you need to take a risk on, that you ultimately need to cut away so that you can open yourself up for something better. Because here's the thing, the more that you stay stuck in a situation or a circumstance, the more it pulls on you. And that energy ultimately stays with you. And that is what you radiate out into the world. So if there are people that are meant to be in your tribe, that are meant to help you grow and expand, the energy that they're getting from you is this. And you don't want this. You don't want them to read this energy of being restricted and being stuck and not being able to, stand up for yourself or do what's right for yourself. You want them to see this joyful, abundant, I'm so lucky energy. This is what you're wanting. You're wanting the energy of the 9 of Cups, not the 8 of Swords. Okay, so water signs, this is going to be your message from Spirit. I feel that Spirit ultimately wants you to really focus on your relationships. What relationships do you need to ultimately review or view? So we're now going to move on to the pick a card portion. This is going to be the Gateway of Light Activation Oracle cards from Kyle Gray. We are going to draw 3 cards from here that I want you to sort of utilize your intuition and choose which card is calling out to you. If they're all calling out to you, then by all means choose all 3. But let's go ahead and get 3 cards for the water signs. What 3 cards we're going to have for the water signs? Okay, so this one right here, this top one is calling out to me. All right, so we have card 1, card 2, this one right here. Card 2, okay, and card 3. This one right here. Okay, card 3. All right, so water signs, I want you to really utilize your intuition and I want you to choose the card that is calling out to you the most. We are going to be reading from the book. So this is going to be card 1, card 2, and card 3. Please be sure to look down in the description box to see the timestamp for your designated card. All right, water signs, we are moving on to card number 1. So card number 1 is, the Orion activation. This is a supernova, recreation, renewal, and rebirth by light. I love that this coincided so much with the regeneration card. So let's go ahead and read what it says in the book. These are fairly new cards for me. These were gifted to me for my birthday, so I'm still learning these. But here's what I do want to point out. I do feel that I myself have always been drawn to Orion's belt. And I really truly feel that I am a starseed from the Orion belt, which is the Sirius energy. So let's go ahead and read what this Orion activation is. Orion is one of the best known constellations in the night sky. Its name is Greek for hunter, and its stars can be seen as a figure with a sword accompanied by a dog, Sirius. At the center of the constellation, 3 stars, Alnitak, Alnilam, and Mintaka, appear in a belt-like formation. To the south of Orion's belt, there's a nebula that has revealed much about how stars and planetary systems are formed. The best way to describe this space is as a star nursery. During the star's last evolutionary stages, it explodes into a supernova, which provides the perfect space for a new star to be born. The Orion constellation is home to a number of higher beings, many of whom are dedicated to the evolution of our planet. Even though the idea of the constellation being a hunter may make it seem highly masculine, its energies are in fact similar to those of the Lemurians, and its inhabitants therefore honor all beings. The beings of Orion are in fact sacred space holders who help all of those with star power and star potential to make the changes required to become the most ascended and aware form of themselves. To connect with this card, find Orion in the night sky or connect with its image online. Then say, "Great wise ones of Orion, thank you for supporting my recreation and renewal. I am ready to shine like a star." So the overall message with the Orion activation is this. All of your fears and setbacks are being stripped from your energy now. It is essential for your old way of being to fall away and for you to go through a process of renewal in order to move forward. The old stories of your life aren't yours to live out or live up to. You are far greater than these limiting experiences. The beings of Orion are surrounding you now, and they see you as one of them, someone who has been born with the knowledge that they can live with great purpose and make a real difference to the world, whether on a global scale or in a particular corner of the planet. When you draw this card, you are being reminded that you have infinite star potential. I absolutely love that if you chose card number 1. It truly coincides with what we just spoke about on Never Ending Story. So if you chose card number 2, here is your message. The Order of Melchizedek. This is Embraced by Light, Mission Uncovered, and Don't Give Up. This is a beautiful card, and this itself is very high frequency energy. Very high frequency energy. Okay, so your message is this for those of you that chose card 2. Melchizedek, whose name means King of Righteousness, is the first high priest mentioned in the Bible, the one who initiated all the great teachers that followed him. He is mentioned in several Abrahamic texts, including the Dead Sea Scrolls and also the Kabbalist Zohar. He is an ancient gatekeeper of the light who is dedicated to helping all those walking the spiritual path to take the initiatory steps to align with the light. The best way to describe this great being is as a wizard. When you invoke him, you will feel the presence of a loving and angelic grandfather who wants to guide you to your greatness. The Order of Melchizedek, which was mentioned by Jesus in the New Testament, is a divine order of very high frequency light beings, angels and masters, who are working together as an energetic force dedicated to lighting up the outshining all darkness and bringing a greater balance of masculine and feminine energies to the earth. Its members include Jesus Christ, Archangel Michael, Arcadia Faith, and Mother Mary. By connecting with these cosmic beings, we give permission for our energy to be upgraded by light and to light so that we can become an even greater vessel of purpose for the world. To connect with this card, when you are feeling challenged by something that feels like a big lesson, call in the Order. Order of Melchizedek, light bearers, angelic beings, and cosmic guides, thank you for enveloping me in your brilliant crystal clear light. Your overall message is, you have learned so much and are now recognizing all the great lessons your experiences and challenges have brought you. The Order of Melchizedek is coming to you today to encourage you to continue on this pathway and not to give up. Even in moments of darkness and fear, there is the opportunity for you to share your light. If you're feeling overwhelmed, it's imperative for you to know you're not alone. Light is with you and within you, and by invoking spiritual support, you will be able to muster up the strength, courage, and focus you need to surmount whatever challenges you face. If you have chosen card number 3, this is your message. I love this. The Chamber of the Violet Flame. This is about karmic releases and radical transformation. And the violet flame is actually honed by Ascended Master Saint Germain. And I absolutely love this. So let's see what your message is if you chose card number 3. Okay. Chamber of the Violet Flame. The Violet Flame is a spiritual retreat space that holds a powerful energy of transformation and transmutation. It can be visited in meditation and invoked through prayer and affirmation. Spiritually, it is seen within a chamber, often as a giant roaring flame and sometimes with silver and gold shining through the violet. When we connect with the violet flame, we are being given the opportunity to detach from lower vibrational experiences and turn darkness into light. Ultimately, this is the gateway of alchemy. Alchemy is the art of turning lead into gold. And so from an energetic perspective, the violet flame is where we place all that is laden and heavy in our life and turn it into a golden opportunity. To connect with this card, visualize a fiery violet light streaming down from the heavens and washing over your entire life. Set the intention that you are willing to transmute all fear and experience light once more. Your overall message with the Chamber of the Violet Flame is this. When you receive this card, know that the violet flame of transformation has been brought to you by your angels and guides. They are encouraging you to see that you are in a space of radical transformation. Transformation can be overwhelming, but know the hand of the divine is leading the way. All past trauma is now being cleared from your energy. Stay focused on releasing all the energies that are no longer serving you. The violet flame is here to transmute fear into love. If any fear is rising up inside you now, know that it is simply a call for love. Call in the strongest form of love you know and allow those in your inner circle to support you through this transformational time. You are an alchemist with the capacity to take all the laden aspects of your life and turn them into golden opportunities. You can align your life with the divine plan now and live in a more purposeful way. Water signs, this is going to be your beautiful message for the month of November. I hope it was able to give you insight and wisdom. I hope that you were able to gain all that you needed for this month. I want to thank you so much for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you next time with your new message. Namaste, guys.